Today, let's talk about getting truly fired up for God. You'll see what I mean when I read to you today's text. Leviticus chapter 9, verses 23 and 24, where we read, "And Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle of meeting and came out and blessed the people. Then the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people. And fire came out from before the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and the fat on the altar. When the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces." God proved his presence by sending the fire. The priests were there, the offering was there, the tabernacle was there, and the nation was there, but it would have all been useless without the fire that the Lord sent. There are 7 cases where God showed acceptance of a sacrifice with fire from heaven. With Abel, with Aaron, with Gideon, with Manoah, with David, with Solomon, and with Elijah. Each one of them was a precious outpouring of God's work and favor. Pastors and teachers today will sometimes talk about a need for the fire of God, and with good reason. Fire is not infrequently associated with God's presence and work. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 24 says, "For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God." John the Baptist promised that Jesus would come with a baptism with the Holy Spirit and with fire in Matthew 3:11. The Holy Spirit manifested his presence on the day of Pentecost by tongues of fire in Acts chapter 2. And Jesus said, "I came to send fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled." That's in Luke chapter 12. We want the fire of God in our lives, but we need to make sure that it is his fire and not our own. Just a chapter later in Leviticus, 2 priests received the ultimate judgment for bringing their own fire, a profane fire before the Lord. The fire in the altar of burnt offering was sacred because it was kindled by God himself. But Nadab and Abihu offered a fire of their own making. They might have said, "Fire's fire after all." And the undiscerning might have agreed with them, but fire isn't fire. There's a huge difference between the fire kindled by God and the fire that's conjured up by man. We want an on-fire relationship with Jesus Christ. But let it never be a profane or strange fire of raw emotionalism and human achievement. Seek God today and ask him to pour out upon you his holy fire from heaven.